So I've removed the chiller, and there was a little bit of trub left in the bottom of the boiler, and I just poured that out, and there's some hot residue now that's around the side of the boiler and a bit at the bottom. So what I'll do now is I'm just going to fill it up with water, and I'll just give that a light scrub just to get most of the residue off before I begin the cleaning. I've just filled my boiler up with 15 litres of water, and I will now be adding 2 tablespoons of the Grainfather High Performance Cleaner. Now, if this isn't available in your country, you can use PBW as well. And I'll be adding this to the water and inputting a temperature of 60 degrees Celsius for it to clean that. And so once it gets to 60, I'll reattach my chiller and just let the cleaner recirculate through the chiller and through everything. This is a CIP cleaner, which means clean in place, and it's used in systems like this where you need to circulate to clean everything, especially the proteins that get stuck during the boil. I'm not going to add my basket and clean this now, because what I usually do is when I remove the basket and when I set this to the boiling stage, I'll empty my grains and I'll just give the basket a nice scrub. And it's not as important to use a CIP cleaner on the basket because it doesn't actually go through the boiling stage and no proteins get stuck on it. But I'm saying that every 5 or so brews, you can add the basket to this, let it recirculate through, get a nice clean. So yeah, I'll wait till that reaches its temperature and then go from there. So my water has reached its temperature. I've placed a glass lid back on top and reattached my chiller where the plastic knob meets the discharge pipe. You can have the valve just completely open now, and I've got the wort out hose back into the hole of the glass lid. This is just so it recirculates back into the boiler. So I can turn the pump on now. Go. And now the liquid will just go. It'll just recirculate back into the boiler, and I'll just leave this for about 10 to 15 minutes just to recirculate. So it's finished recirculating through the chiller, so I just removed the chiller, and now I'm just going to attach my recirculation arm, and I will continue to recirculate the cleaner through this for just about another 5 minutes, just to clean this one as well. So just turn the pump on, let that go, and after about 5 minutes I'll remove that, empty out the cleaner, and with this cleaner it's important to rinse everything afterwards. So I'll be filling it up with water, just giving it a rinse, and then finished. So I've emptied out the cleaner from the boiler and filled it up with some fresh water, and I'm just recirculating that water through the chiller to rinse off all the cleaner. Now, after it's gone through its cleaning cycle, and if you look down on the base element of the boiler, if you do see that there's a lot of black marks there, that could be from either not scraping the boiler as soon as it gets to boil, so it's very important to do that, or that can happen if your grain crush is too fine and it boils on there. But if that happens, what you can do is add a little bit more cleaner to your solution, maybe another tablespoon, and let it recirculate for half an hour instead of 15 minutes. The longer it is, the more soft that'll get. And then also grab a scrubby brush or something like that and give it a good scrub, and you'll see it will soften up and come off. So just in case that happens, it's always good to have a little kitchen brush or something like that, and just to scrub the sides as well after the cleaning. But so I've let the water recirculate through this now, so I'll just show you how to what you do next. So I'll turn the pump off, and we just want to make sure there's no water left in the chiller. So I'll see the water will go through. It'll go through here, and I'll see it clear out of that pretty soon. There we go. So it just emptied out into there, which now means there's no water left inside the copper. Now, it doesn't matter if there's a little bit like that. You don't have to completely air dry it out. You just don't want a large amount of water sitting in there, so this is fine like that. So now I can just leave this out to dry. I'll repeat the same process of just rinsing my recirculation arm, and I can just empty the water and leave everything to dry, and then that's it for my brew day. So thank you for watching, and hope you enjoy using the Grainfather, and stay tuned for more videos and things. So cheers.